Alright, yeah, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to some more Rimworld Alpha 17. So, after our previous run ended so quickly, thought I'd start up a new colony. Gonna do the same kind of thing, except for this time we're gonna go with a colder climate, we'll say. Gonna try out the tundra, I think, which is mostly cold, but things grow there, which is essentially what was holding us back a lot of the time. So, let's randomize the seeds, shall we? Let's go with shoe. And I want a lower temperature because we're going to be picking a lower temperature, so it gives us more options. Let's have a look at the world, shall we? Okay, so this is the world that we're going to work with. So we want to work in this kind of tundra area. There are ice sheets that you can play around with, but they're incredibly difficult. And I think I want to save that for a future run. I want to be somewhere quite populated. So we've got closeness to this mountain, and we've also got some camps around here. These two are raider camps, which is going to be interesting. But we want to find ourselves somewhere within the tundra here, and I think maybe we will. Should we go like large hills here? Growing period never. I do want a growing period though. That's the only thing. It's 10 days worth of a growing period there. That's just gonna get us killed, isn't it? What about over here? 10 days. 10 days. We get 20 days if we go in these kind of tundras. I think 20 days is a reasonable amount. I'd kind of like some terrain though to work with. 10 days. Tell you what, guys, I'll make a quick cut and I'll find out where we want to go. Actually, you know what? 20 days. It's about minus 17. Summer gets to about 15. Yeah, this looks reasonable. We'll go here. We've got camps that we can go trade with that go through the desert, which is interesting, and we got a raider camp nearby as well, if in case that becomes something interesting. Alright, back in a second, guys. I'm going to figure out who I want. Actually, you know what? You're volatile, which is going to be a problem, and a pessimist as well. Actually, can we take pessimist and volatile as far as moods are concerned? We'd probably have a really high chance of a mental break if I did that. The green thumb and the severe passions in all areas is really useful though. No, we can't take that. It's just too risky. Alright, okay, I'll be back in a sec, guys. I'm gonna find a new guy. Okay, so we have found our new colonist. I think this guy is reasonably good in certain aspects. He's got a lot of skills that are going to be quite useful to us. This is going to be Sadja, named after one of our patrons, so thank you very much for your support. Do greatly appreciate it. So, as far as skills are concerned, he's got passions in the right places. He's decent, well, he's got a passion for shooting. He's not decent at it, but it should be enough. Medicine is at a spot where we can actually heal ourselves without avoiding... while avoiding a lot of infections and stuff like that, which is something we really struggled with. There's a really good passion for cooking, although he is currently terrible at it. We'll be able to get that up quite quickly, which will be good. Construction, yet again, quite low, but does have passion. Growing's, it'll do the job. It's not going to allow us to do any berries or anything like that, or any heal root, so that's going to be an issue. But everything else is reasonably skilled anyway, and statted. As far as traits are concerned, he's going to be working 20% faster, which I think is really good. But he does have a break threshold, but I think that's probably worth the chance. Especially considering he's got psychically deaf as well, which means he's actually not really going to be affected by any of the psychic drones and those kind of mood debuff effects. So the mental break threshold is not as bad, knowing full well that there's certain conditions in the world can't actually affect him, so that's pretty good. Alright, let's get into the game. The neurosimulations, hologames, and free orgies were never enough for you. You wanted to experience raw survival, the grit and consequence of real life, like that Grills guy. You wanted to know what real challenge and consequence feels like, but you regret not bringing a sandwich at the very least. Okay, here we are. So, as far as a setup area is concerned, we want to have decent... Ooh, is this... This is rich soil. I was going to say we need to have a decent area to live in as far as safety is concerned. I mean, maybe we could wall this off and turn this into our home. Build into the cave. We don't do that very often because I really hate the insect hive, you know, effect that comes in. And that will inevitably cause that. But this rich soil, I don't know if that's something we can really pass up. There is a bit here. There's a bit up here as well. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we're going to go here. We can't really build our base around any of these areas here as well. This is just straight up too small. So yeah, it looks like we're going to be chopping some wood down, cutting that off, and then turning this into a temporary base, which I think is fine since we're going to be chopping down some of these trees anyway. So if we go to order, we're going to chop some wood. It's going to allow us to make up our walls. If you want to get on that, that'd be great. We'll also grab one of those logs as well and use it as a melee weapon very temporarily until we've got our crafting spot set up and built a bow. There are raspberry bushes here and there as well, so we should be able to harvest them for food, so not in a big hurry to start the hunting, although of course that should be a priority. I think it's going to be shelter, then food, and then sorting out sustainability essentially. So I'll let him get a decent chunk of wood because I don't want him coming back and forth between chopping the wood. That'd just be annoying. We've got a fair bit here as well. So actually maybe with all that we can actually afford to make a hut of some sort. I'm not sure. Maybe build off the side of here instead. Or we could build in here. It's not stopping us putting our growing zones here, to be honest. We're not walling anything off anytime soon, so I guess we could have this as sort of a cover point. We have our back covered here. Not that they're not just going to come straight from the front anyway, but yeah. So I think, like, the end goal for our walls is going to be to block off as much as possible, of course, so that they can only come from one area. So, I mean, this is way in the future. I should point this out. But blocking off this area means that they can't come from the south, which means they have to come from around here. Now, if I want to use this as the sort of kill box, as it were, which is where this becomes a problem. So maybe, actually, we go down here, remove this plan. So if anyone comes from the south, they come up here, and then they're kind of forced to come around. And then our wall will go essentially up this way as well, which would make this our kill box and natural funnel. That would be the size of our base, which I think is a insanely good size. Decent growing zones as well. So it's just a matter of where we want to put our base for the time being. And I think what we could do is go wood wall, wood door, and then orders. Just mine it out and then make a decent spot there. And that'll be our base, temporarily. So we need a place to shelter during the night because it's going to get cold. Speaking of, let's get our bed in the corner there. So now we have a shelter. And he's just going to go and build the bed that we've got, that we need now as well. Wonderful. Alright, I'm going to leave the mining of that until later. It's not important just yet. What we actually need is a growing zone. And let's try and use as much of this growing zone as possible. We'll probably use the outskirts, little bits here and there, for something else. We'll get this on rice. And you know what, I might actually extend it out a little bit further. Let's get greedy. Because we only have a 20-day growing period, so I need this to be sowed as as soon as possible. Is this, ooh, this is almost ready to harvest. That's good. Need to make sure he doesn't cut that down then, because we might risk not getting our heal root from that. Interesting. Yeah, it's chopping down some of it. I'm sure there's a lot around here anyway, so you just have to look for it essentially. What's this here? Moss. There's a little bit of heal root there, ready to harvest. We should harvest a little bit of it just in case we get a little injury. We don't want it turning into anything far worse. I'm going to have to harvest that berry bush and eat it. Because we are now starving. So once he's woken up, we'll go straight out, have our breakfast, carry on with the production on that one. Chop that down and eat it. Good, good. Problem solved, temporarily. I mean, how much food does that actually give us? I don't think it gives us much, no. Not really. We need more than a berry bush is worth. And we did get the herbal meds from it, which is good. Very nice. Having this on rich soil means that it's going to grow a lot faster as well, which is really important for us, which is why I'm focusing on the growing zone over here rather than closer to home. Because although it is a bigger travel time, in terms of the growing speed, it should work out in our favour. As far as further things to do are concerned, well, I really need you to finish sowing the area for a start. You can do your joy stuff later. Right now, I need you to sort out food. There we go. Major break risk. Right, what's up? Urgently hungry. You have not harvested this berry bush yet. Go. And do that. Right, let's get ourselves production, crafting spot. We need to make a bow. So let's sort out a short bow. Do we... yeah, we still have wood left. Don't bother digging at the limestone just yet. I need you to make that bow and then we can start hunting. Temperature's fine yet, so we don't need a campfire or anything like that. For now, at least. Let's get that butcher's table set out as well. I think we've got the wood for it. Yeah, 141, got plenty. Alright, so once he's done with the bow, we can start hunting then, which is going to be great. Almost there. Hopefully it's not terrible. It's normal. Awesome. That's a good sign. Alright, we can hunt now. Which is nice. Order you to be hunted. And working on the butcher's table as well, which means we get to consume the animals that we destroy. That one's ready to harvest. Come here, while he's sleeping. Go stand right next to him. Open fire! Alright. Fire. There we are. Alright, harvest the berry bush. And eat it. And then we need a stockpile zone, so I'm going to create a temporary, really small stockpile zone in here. And make sure it takes corpses. Because we're going to need to butcher soon. Haul. Fantastic. Sleep away. Little joy deprived, so the next time he does go to do any kind of joyful activity, we'll allow him to do that just to get rid of this -5 debuff. Slept in the cold. It is 6 degrees in there, so once we're actually ready to butcher animals and stuff like that, we'll actually make ourselves a campfire. Until then, not going to bother, because essentially campfires have a temporary lifespan, so I like to make sure that I get as much use out of it as possible. Allow him to cloud watch a little bit. There we go. Joy filled. And begin hauling the rest of the wood. Are these not like ready to chop? They kind of are. I wonder what you were for a minute then. Garaboo! Very nice. Alright, we've got butchering to do. So, add bills, butcher creature. Do that forever. I guess you can eat raw meat for now. I'll be fine. I'm going to let him actually mine out a bit of this base, because it's going to mean that the room is a little less cramped. It's rather tight at the moment. So that's going to help. We might get some steel from in here, possibly. Unlikely, but it's a very real thing that could happen. There you go. There's some gold in here. Ooh. Very nice. We have struck gold ore. Awesome. We got visitors. Alright. Low food, low medicine. Yeah. We got a little bit of food, so that's fine. Right. So as for trees in the area, that was one of our major issues. I think we'll be fine, just because there are clumps of trees hanging around here and there. So clump there, bit of tree there. Plenty of trees there. We can do this in like big chunks, essentially. The tundra is not lacking trees in this current situation, which is good. Right, need to haul those out. Create ourselves a dumping stockpile, so we can do that. Yet again, quite temporary. And we also want to get ourselves a campfire as well. So we can use this to cook meals and warm up our cave. It's going to do 2 jobs, essentially. Watching the sunrise while staring at a wall. Whatever. Alright. So, once the campfire is made, we'll go hunting, get some meat, and start making some meals. We don't have any veg just yet to make pemmican or anything like that, and even if we did, they'd eat it almost immediately, so let's hunt all of this stuff. Hopefully the caribou doesn't go absolutely mental when I start shooting at it. I think the caribou are quite tanky, which is why I'm going for a squirrel first, even though apparently Sadger is incapable of hitting said squirrel. Do you want to starve to death, Sadger? No, we'll hit that squirrel faster. I know it's like a tiny animal, but you're going to have to hit it one day. You can do this. I believe in you. Let's look at his shooting skill. Look at that. Now he's starving to death. What a surprise. This is... Jesus Christ, dude. I'm going to have to do it myself. Right up in his face. There you go. Alright, go butcher the squirrel. Everything, apparently. Oh, local squirrel's gone mad. How long is left on this? So Dan. Don't consume the squirrel meat. Cook. So a local squirrel's gone mad. Good to know. Here it comes. Probably should stand here and try to hit it before it goes mental. Here we go. Right. Well, I have to melee attack it. If you dare go down by a squirrel, I'll be so angry. There we go. He's downed. Right. I want you to go and harvest the heal root. So we're going to set you to self-tend. And we might as well use some herbal meds to get that done. I don't think... there is some herbal meds over there, but whatever. This might actually be closer. Boop. And... tend. Should be enough to, yeah, do all of that. And we'll let him cook meals and go to bed, and hopefully he should recover in no time. We can't allow an infection to take hold of Sadra, unfortunately, so I am going to have to wait until he heals up properly before we continue. He probably won't die from it, even if he did, but it'll be a pain in the arse, essentially, and I don't want to deal with it. So, let's have a look. Some of them are going away now. So that 2.8 X that's currently dropping is how far away from being healed these injuries are. As soon as they hit 0, they go away, so a fair few of them are quite bad. Well, I say quite bad. They're going to take quite a while. But the more that go away, I think the quicker the other injuries end up dropping, so I think we'll be fine. As far as his needs, hideous environment, urgently hungry, well, we might get you up and about. Yeah, I think you're good enough at the moment. So, 23 hours. I want you to continue hunting this squirrel. And then... No. Nearly. Sadger prefers raw meat, apparently. Cook. Make meals. Don't eat raw meat. Thank you. And now you can eat a meal. How about that? Isn't that great? And he's fully healed. Wonderful. Right. Let's see. We need to carry on hunting though, because we barely scratched the surface on our food. We're going to need to do it yet again. So go hunt caribou. You've slept enough, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, your rest is good. So I remember these being quite tanky. Yeah, it's taken several shots and it's in no immediate danger, so there is that. It's at no risk of bleeding out. A pop idol named Myung Min Kim calls from nearby. She's been chased by the pirates from the murder unit. Oh god. She begs for your safety. Biologically, she's 55 years old. Oh dear. Yeah, let's offer her safety. I think 2 people are better than the one. She doesn't have a weapon though. Oh my god, she's terrible. She's very sociable though, so I can see how she got what she wanted. God damn it. Right, well, equip some wood. She's got an artery blockage in her heart as well. Keep hunting. He's getting his shooting skill up. Yeah, this is why I accepted, because I mostly expected just this single person. And hopefully 4.38 movement speed. What's 4.61? We can only slightly outrun, and I don't think it really it'll really make a difference. It'll take still about 10 years to to outrun them. Come on, I just need you to hit them. If you can hit them, we can outrun them. There we go. So now he moves at 3.96, and we move at 4.2. A slight boost, at the very least. Glad you're relaxing socially. Melee attack Kent, while Sadger runs away. Faster! You can do it. Alright, here comes Min. Min's gonna block, and then Sadger's gonna open fire at point blank range, and that should be enough. There we go. Take him down. Sweet. Alright, just some bruises. Nothing that can cause infection, which is really good. You can both self-tend. And Kent is actually Pyromaniac, Green Thumb, Teetotaler. It's crap at a lot of things though. I feel we can afford to try and at least take him anyway. Let's create a prison cell, I guess. We also want to make a new bed for Min, since she's officially joined the group. So, which wood have we got? 25. Orders, chop wood. Chop that wood. We'll never do plant cutting. This is where we're going to fall out, Min. I'm not sure what you are good at. In fact, grab his club. You don't need that anymore. Can you construct? Is that a thing you can do? Okay. But not haul. Not hauling. Sadra's going to have to pull the weight of the entire colony, unfortunately. It's going to be annoying. Need you to build this wall. So we can take Kent and be happier that it happened. That's it, man. You just, you make sure your bed's perfect. No judging here. We need to refuel that, actually. Chop wood. Keep chopping. Of course. Chop, chop, chop. Alright guys, well actually I think that's where we're going to leave off today's episode, so if you did enjoy the content and you want to see more, then be sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell icon right next to the subscription button, and that will give you notifications when I release new videos. I do hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.